Alright, so hello, and in this video we're going to have a quick look at what a Canvas course looks like. So I'm just going to show you my Canvas course that I've been teaching this term, and by no means am I saying this is the most amazing course ever, but it's using the ASC templates and it's practical and students are using it, and it's being modified in response to how the students are going. So Canvas works as a series of links to different pages that sit in the background or learning activities. So all these buttons are links, and in the subsequent videos you'll learn how to make links if they're not already linked. So the students click on the link and then they have access to the scope and sequence. They click on the link and they have access to the assessment schedule. So it's all very transparent of what you're teaching, and what can happen is later down the track you can open this up to parents to see certain aspects of your course. And then we also have, you can make a link to the syllabus page for that subject. Students can click on this and it goes to their 365, or they can go to Google. Then you'll notice down the bottom here, these are our topics, modules, area of study, whatever your syllabus calls, a series of learning events or topics, and the button links goes to the communication one. You then provide the students with a short summary of what is going to be happening, and this is where it becomes very visible for the students that in week 1 we're going to be doing the following things. The following week we have 3 lessons and we're going to be focusing on these things. You can develop that as much as you want. You could do lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, but at the moment I'm providing a short overview of what's going to be happening. But if you are working in a subject where there's a mixture of theory and prac, you might want to break this down into theory lessons this week will cover this, in the practical components we're going to be doing X, Y, and Z. And then where the actual teaching happens is in a section called modules over here. So as you can see, I've linked it here. So this is what the students will see when they go to modules. Best is to start with an overview, and one of the videos I provided is how to make modules, so using another lady who goes in a lot of depth. So provide an overview, and then you can just essentially make a series of pages, quizzes, or videos. You can embed videos, upload documents that you want the students to work through. So I'm going to be very transparent and say this is what we're going to be learning, so the students really know what they are learning that week. I've embedded a YouTube video to get us started. There's a quiz on that video to check their understanding. Students are then applying their knowledge to creating a timeline of the changes in communicative technology. They then have to upload their timeline. That's one lesson complete. The next lesson we're going to be looking at these aspects of the syllabus. So we're watching a video. Then there's an Edpuzzle version of that video where the students have to answer questions as they view. So it requires them to actively view the video, checks their understanding. There's a short quiz to consolidate that. A discussion where the students have to produce a short text that explains how the internet works using this picture. And then there's a consolidation activity where the students have to download a Word document, and they're providing a picture and information of how each bit of hardware operates. And then we're into the next series of lessons. Okay, so that is the nuts and bolts of how your teaching would look, and it by no means does it replace you as the teacher providing that teacher interaction, but if it's work that the students can do independently and work through modules, that's where the power of Canvas is. So it complements your teaching, it doesn't replace it. Let me just go to assessment tasks. That one hasn't been linked yet. So what you do is you provide the students with the assessment, and if I just go to pages quickly and show, because that one hasn't been linked yet, assignments, assessment task 1, and this is what that will link to. So the students will see the assessment task, details, overview, description, how they're going to submit it, the outcomes, how to prepare, and what type of feedback they're going to get. And registration can be set up with a quiz. So they just mark, yes, I have received the information. And then you can set a rubric up in there if you want as well. But in the section where you're editing and setting up the task, you then put the details in about they're going to upload a file. It can be a file or a version of another different type of file type, who gets access to. So if you're making maybe 2, if you need to have a differentiated task, the task dates, when you want it available, and when's it going to be closed. Alright, so that was very quick, but that is essentially the nuts and bolts of a course at this point. My course, not saying all courses. So I hope that makes it a little bit clearer about what Canvas looks like and what it does. And then the next videos you will see how to set up your Canvas bit by bit.